Hello lovelies, Lesley, not quite enough distance vlog. How are we? Hope everyone's okay. I said a couple of weeks ago that I would possibly be meeting one of you lovelies, and then the heat and changes in travel plans and the heat stopped that happening, unfortunately. The lovely Susan, who is normally elsewhere in the world, was in the UK. We were planning to meet on the day that we were told not to travel by train, essential travel only. And also I was conscious she had her grandson with her. We were going to kind of sit in a park so that the little lad could run around. That was beginning to be a not very sensible plan. So we decided to change things so she could go to an indoor venue with him, which was a real shame. We couldn't make it work, which was a real shame, because it would be lovely to meet her. Maybe one day. She's in a part of the States that my nephew, she's in the same state as my nephew is in college. So if I get to go to see him, I may go and see her. You know, I would go and see her if I got to see him. I don't know what's happening there, but she very kindly sent me some stuff. She brought it with her to give to me. Oh, an absolute lovely person. And so I have goodies here of many sorts. Firstly, a pin, Central Florida's largest yarn store. I don't know how clearly you could read that, but it's the Four Pearls yarn shop. So I have a pin. She got me some chocolate, some bark thins, pretzel and sea salt, and some Girardelli dark chocolate. Now, I was trying to remember how long ago himself and I went to the Girardelli factory, and that must have been, oh gosh, 20 years ago, I would say. They're in San Francisco, or we went to them from San Francisco, I think. But, yummy. And then, look at these lovelies. So these are all from Emma's Yarns. Now, I was absolutely delighted to see them when I opened the bundle, because look at the colours. But also I had heard of Emma's Yarns. I think it was on a Gigi podcast, first of all, that I heard of them. And this is a young person who is dyeing yarn, started it as a small kind of hobby business, and is now funding her way through college with it, which is amazing. I will go through them all at the month end podcast, which I'll record this section just a bit, so I'll still be sitting here to go through the colourways. But look at these, are they not just stunning? So thank you again, Susan. I'm really sad that we didn't get to meet. Maybe soon. We see each other on the monthly Zoom call, which is lovely, but it would be nice to meet in person, but hopefully before too long, so thank you. Hello lovelies. As I'm in machine world at the moment, I thought I would make a hat. I'm building up a collection of hats for homeless people, which I'll donate when the weather changes. I don't think any of them need them at the moment. And a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, himself went to the US, and I asked him to get me some Red Heart Super Saver. And given that I love soft yarns and merino, you're probably thinking that's an unusual choice, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what it was like. So he very kindly brought me back a few balls of different colours, and I'm sure, you know, many of you will have used it, and you'll know that it's sturdy, will outlast a nuclear winter, but not the softest of acrylics. I mean, things may have changed, like I say, this was a couple of years ago, but the colours are fabulous. So I decided to make a hat. And I did this on my Whirly Whirly machine, my Addy Express King size, which I normally use with an electric screwdriver. So I bought a little attachment on Etsy that sits around the handle, and this just means that I can sit there just holding the button in, and it goes whirly whirly whirly, instead of me getting problems with my shoulder. But last night, my button fell off. I can still use it, but as you can see, it's a bit awkward. It's a bit of plastic and it's snapped off. I don't know how easy it will be to repair. Given that the rest of the thing still works, I'd like to repair rather than replace. I may even just get an elastic band to kind of hold it and then press it in further when I need to. But yeah, that was disappointing. But anyway, I made the hat. I've got a little bit left over. I've got some other balls of Super Saver, so I'll probably make one out of the oddments as it ends. I do love these colours. I mean, it's a rainbow, what's not to love? But here's another hat for a homeless person, which I hope will do some good for them. No. I have 2 finished objects. I have finished and sewed up the second Paris sweater. I'll go through all the details at month end or tomorrow. Yeah, it's done. There will not be a third. And also I have finished my panel jacket. It's just finishing drying at the moment. So again, all details in the month end podcast, but this is done. And the 3 things I've shown you were all largely made on machine. It's been very hot. I've been using mechanisation to make life more efficient. That's my excuse. I'm going to stick to it. Hello lovelies. We come to the end of another week. Thank you so much to everyone for sharing your tips for keeping cool and sharing your own experiences of the hot weather. Ours was bad for a couple of days and has gradually got better. So we're kind of in the low 20s at the moment, which works. You know, it's July, getting into August. It should be warm, but that's the kind of warm we like. One thing that the hot weather did delay was Madam's haircut. She was meant to have her haircut on the day that was the hottest, and the groomer rang and said, you know, we really don't think this is a good idea because they've got hair dryers going and baths and, you know, all sorts of equipment and things. So she was delayed in having her hair cut, which in one sense she doesn't mind because she doesn't like going to the groomer. But I think she felt better once it was done, just to get some of that heavy fur off her. So yeah, so Madam is all soft and floofy at the moment. So what does the week ahead bring? Tomorrow, Saturday, podcast day. So I will be putting the monthly podcast up by the powers of technology because I won't be here. I'm going to an event that I signed up for pre-COVID. Some people I know go to this event. It's a knitting meetup in Brighton. And I am going to it for the first time because I signed up for it, then COVID happened, so it didn't happen. There is a rail strike tomorrow, so I'm going to have to drive to a place I usually prefer not to drive to, which is a shame, but I think there's a park and ride scheme, and so, because it's held in Brighton, which is not my favourite place in the world, and it's very busy, particularly in the summer. Parking is very difficult and very expensive, but if they've got a park and ride, that's much more civilised, so I shall use that facility. And yeah, it'd just be nice to meet some new folks and to knit with them. So that's the plan. Sunday we are drumming again. We are doing a carnival in Ramsgate, which is sort of East Kent, North Kent coast, on the Isle of Thanet there. It's an event we've done before, so viewers of the vlog from times past, I think we did it last year, will have seen bits of it before. But yeah, that should be good fun. The weather is on our side, so looking forward to that. And yeah, and then on to another week. So I think that's it for this week. Like I say, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your hot weather tips and general interaction. I really love your comments. I know I'm not always very quick at answering them, but I really do love your comments. So thank you for stopping by to say hi. The podcast, as I say, will be up tomorrow, and the vlog will be back next week with footage of, probably not much footage of my journey to Brighton because I'll be driving, but bits and pieces of Ramsgate, hopefully. Take care, everyone. Keep safe. I know there are a few people with COVID. Valerie, get well soon. Mandy, not my mate Mandy. Mandy from Mouse's Makes, get well soon. Look after yourselves, please. And anyone else who's feeling poorly, please do take very good care of yourselves. And I will see you again very soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.